Well, hello again. Welcome to Roland's Reviews. I hope everyone's having a beautiful Saturday. We get most of us get a couple of days off from work, so hopefully, I hope everything is working out for you and your family. Uh, I just wanted to share this story with you because, again, we have stressed the point and the fact that the Democrats are trying to get us out into the streets every day. They're trying to come up with some new way of, getting us into the streets. Most people are ignoring them. How you doing, Prosperity? Hope everything is okay, sis. Greg, how are you? Tina, Ollie, and so I just wanted to share this video with you now. I haven't had time to check it, but this young lady, she went on social media calling black people the N-word, saying, I can't, let me type in the word that I can't say here on YouTube. This is what she said she wanted to do to she'd get all black Americans. Let me show you. She said she wanted to strap that to herself, get all black Americans, and boom. All right. So I'm going to play that for you. And again, Democrats, watch this clip. We're not going out protesting for anyone. You go out and protest. We are staying home. How you doing, Trish? My girls. Uh-oh. Trouble is here, folks. My girls is here. Okay. All right. So I'll start. My girls, let me know. I know my girls is on social media a lot. Let me know if you're familiar with this lady from Haiti. Prosperity, she better be careful what she speaks. It's called the law of attraction. Prosperity, exactly. I don't know why people release all of this negativity. I would just be too afraid. Okay. I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. Because again, you release that and then that's what you attract. Now, one YouTuber said that she has since been arrested. However, it's confirmed that she did lose her job. So again, if it's so bad, ma'am, and if you hate black Americans that much, you need to go back home. Go back to Haiti. Build up Haiti. God knows they really, really need it. Boom. All right. So let me play this clip. My girls, let me know. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. How you doing, Patriot? Then I have another few clips I'm going to share with you before we get off. And yeah, that's all we're going to do. Tina, yes. My girls, let me know if you are familiar with this clip. Yeah, she was calling black Americans the N-word. She wanted to strap to herself. And I'm going to type this in the comment section for those that are just joining us. Okay. Can everyone see this? So this is why I keep telling you, call Tom Homan, call ICE. Get these people out of here. Okay, because she sounds like a terrorist to me. All right, here we go. Let me play this and you tell me, because it has gone viral. So let's listen. Let me put on the closed captioning and let's see. All right, so we're going to start it now. All right, so I'm going to let him finish what he's saying, and then we're going to start the video. I really want you to hear what she's saying. Okay. So here we go.
I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month.
All right, let me start this over. Listen to this.
Black History Month to everyone except the foundational Black Americans. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. Ooh. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest, you know what time it is. We're going to have a party. We're going to blow up a spot.
Now, again, you.
All right. So, Democrats, they escaped. Greg, truth bomb, boom. Coming from Haiti, you are in no condition to say anything about anyone. If ever there were an S-hole country, Haiti would be at the top of the list. Numero uno. How you doing, Echo? So these are the types of things that they are all over social media saying. So Eco says that's why there's a delineation. Yeah, and I told you with Jesse Jackson, he was the one who was always pressing this Pan-Africanism. How you doing, the Ghost Tiger? And you know, he wanted everyone, you know, kumbaya. That's just not reality. He's the reason. He's the one who had the term African American. That's why you see it everywhere. And so, Ghost Tiger, let me know if you're new here, please, so we can give you a nice warm welcome. So this is what we're dealing with, folks. And no, I'm not going out to why would I want to go and protest to keep people here that hate me and that want to boom me up? Okay. My girl said whoop daddy. Okay. Yeah. So Trish, she was talking crazy for someone to be employed at a university. Trish. Yeah. Now, supposedly she's been fired. But yeah, I mean, if you hate Black Americans that much, go back to, I have the perfect solution. Just go home. That would be like prosperity. Yeah, it's like a boomerang. And I would never, you release hate into the universe. Hate is what you will receive back from the universe. So I wanted to share that with you. And yeah, their country's in turmoil. And then they bring their foolishness over here, which we don't need it. So hello. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you and see what he said, because he had a pretty good commentary. So here we go.
You guys have seen this video before. You've heard this young lady. She's a West African immigrant. You know, her words speak for themselves.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is West African. I said Haiti. Forgive me, because I just looked at a video with this lady from Haiti who was on a Black American podcast, and she says those dirty Black Americans. Now she's from Haiti, so forgive me. I just watched the clip before we came on. This woman is an African immigrant. Forgive me. You know I've done videos on African immigrants. So how you doing, Darnell? Please forgive me. I've been running around all day, and so my brains were scrambled. But yeah, this lady. Correction. She's not from Haiti. She is from West Africa. All right. So let's continue.
I want you to listen.
More like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month.
And she said if she gets rid of all Black Americans, she's doing society a favor. So someone, where's Tom Holman? Drop the number for ICE in the comment section. She needs to go.
I'm even feeling generous towards the biracials.
And I want you also to understand that when they refer to biracials, they're referring to anybody who is not sub-Saharan African. Okay, anybody who's not broad-nosed, thick-lipped, dark-skinned sub-Saharan African, and that's pretty much 99% of foundational Black Americans, or at least someone in your family. We are an amalgamated people, simply because we've been here for 500 years, intermixing with Native American, African, European, pretty much.
So as we listen to his commentary, do me a favor, tell me what your thoughts are on this African immigrant from Sierra Leone. I actually have a co-worker from Sierra Leone, and I told him about this young lady. He was like, what? Yeah, so, okay, here we go.
Anybody else, okay? Nevertheless, the culture remains the same, and we are of African descent, but we are not Africans. Africa is a continent, okay? We are of the nation of the United States. We are of the American continent, specifically North America. We are of African descent. That's our ancient homeland, or at least one of them. And we don't deny that. We don't deny our Blackness. We understand that our Blackness is what makes us cool. But you are not going to come to my country and tell me what I am or what I am not.
Yeah, and I think one of you said before we need to open up insane asylums again, because people feel it's okay to come to America and say whatever they want when they can't do this in their home country. It is important for FBS to ban, stop, delete the term African American. Eco, before you got here, I was just talking about how we wound up with the term African American. And of course, that was due to Jesse Jackson. And so that's why we're stuck. I think people are trying to get it changed now, because that doesn't reflect who we are. And you tell an African person that a Black American telling an African person that they're African, they're like, no, you're not. So they don't see you as African. And if we leave America, where are we going? This is our home. We have nowhere to go. All right, here we go.
But again, these are the attitudes that they bring. They're looking for conflict.
They leave conflict. They come here. They start conflict right back up, which is why all of their homelands that they're fleeing from are torn to pieces. So you would think, okay, let me give you an analogy. It's like the people that we've been talking about. They've destroyed, the libs have destroyed California. Now they're all moving to Texas. They're still voting blue, no matter who. And that's what destroyed your home state. Why are you still voting blue? I don't get that.
And when I finish with this broadcast, they're looking for conflict everywhere. Let's keep listening.
I feel like they can. I feel like they've been good recently. They can have that third week maybe.
Mm-hmm. So she apparently, the internet did what the internet does. You all tracked it down. She was apparently terminated from her job. I think she was working at some sort of educational facility, university. She's terminated from her job. Yep. And she's having some issues. And of course, our people, being the people that they are, have had some comments about it. So let's go ahead and preview the roasting. Let the roasting commence.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, people are had some choice words for her. How you doing, Ruby? Ruby said, I only refer to myself as Black, 9 generations. Ruby, boom. So Ruby, before you got here, we were discussing, we're called African American due to Jesse Jackson, but we know that's actually not what we are. All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm. So they didn't fire this African girl who was threatening FBI. That's what she did. See, white folks dropped them off in our community, swearing up and down we would integrate with these people, but we didn't. They don't like us. As we was working our way up off the system, they put...
Now, I want you to hear what she said. They don't like us.
We've been saying that. If you've been here, I've done a few videos. Not 100%, not all African immigrants, but many have this same mindset and mentality. And so I say, hey, if people don't want to be bothered with you, let them go. All right. Prosperity said the Honorable Jackson stopped respecting when he had a baby out of wedlock with his mistress. Remove the. Yeah, Prosperity. Yeah. We were saying I've been watching some other content creators, and they're also talking about like I am, the confliction, because he started off and people thought he was going to take up after Dr. King, and then he went off into this rainbow crap and this Pan-Africanism, and then he just turned into basically a race hustler. So, yeah. All right, here we go.
Now, it's not what I do on my broadcast, and generally speaking, I'm an advocate for Black men. And what that means is I review the position.
Yeah, this guy, and he has some videos too. So I think he's conservative because it sounds like he supports Trump. But he also has, anytime they're, African immigrants or whoever who greet prosperity. Yeah. Boom. Realized how he could make money, and that's why he became a race hustler. So basically,
even when I say our people,
so yeah, I'm just waiting until the I'll talk to you until he starts the video, because I want you to hear what she and some of the other people had to say in reference to the African immigrant. So now she's unemployed, and I hope if she starts a GoFundMe, people do not send her any money. But thank God, I don't know why people keep going on the internet and airing their grievances, because normally, especially when you say something that's hate speech. Okay, I have a question for you, my girls, and Ruby, Prosperity, Whisper. How you doing, Whisper? I did not hear Black Lives Matter, the NAACP, the Congressional Black Caucus. None of them have said a word. I haven't heard from the Reverend Al Sharptongue, Ben Crump. They have said nothing about this hate speech coming from this African woman. Now, someone type it in the comment section. If this woman had been white, OMG. Ruby said you never will. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, Ruby. Thank you, dear. So why it's crickets. Why haven't we heard anything from the race hustlers, the NAACP? That what she said was hate speech. It's the green paper, right, my girls? It's green lives matter, green bucks. So why aren't they saying anything about this African woman with her hate speech threatening to unalive all Black Americans by using a BOMB and us all up? Boom. All right, so here we go. So I want you to hear what this lady, and of course, if you go on TikTok, you'll hear this lady and some others, they're talking about it. And that's basically what I wanted you to hear. Some people's reaction.
And so that's where we are. So I'm gonna let it play. You heard what she said. I'll let her finish saying what she has to say.
And we would integrate with these people, but we didn't. They don't like us. As we was working our way up off the system, they put them in all the state-ran brace houses. It was brand new at the time. They created these beehives. And they didn't mix with Black people. No.
And we've already talked about that. They come, they pull resources. Whenever immigrants come over here, they're dropped off in the Black communities, and they're just expected to just deal with these people. And again, you're dropping off people who, as you can see, who are hostile towards Black Americans, hostile towards the people, but you're dropping them in their communities. T. Lawrence, how you doing? She needs to stop identifying people as members of a group and start seeing people as individuals. T. Lawrence, she probably doesn't have the mental capacity to do that. I mean, why go on social media And we see every day people are being terminated from their jobs for saying something inappropriate on social media. Why do that? That's fine if you feel that way about Black Americans. Talk about it to friends or family who feel the same way. Why would you go on social media? Because it always goes viral. Now you are unemployed. No protesting for Black on Black crime. Ruby, say it again for the people in the back. That's what I'm saying, Ruby. None of the race hustler, no one has said a word.
Not at all. They was told by white people when they got here, don't deal with them Black folks. Don't deal with them. And that's exactly what they did. They listened to white folks. And they thought they was better than us, living in the projects.
See, and we talked about that a couple of my videos where we were discussing African immigrants, and you remember the lady, the nurse, who said, I hate you, and stick my full chest out, and all that video has, oh my God, almost probably 9,000 views by now. And then I told you it was so cathartic when I went through and started reading the comments, and all of these people started listing their experiences. If you have not seen that video, you need to check it out. Right, Prosperity. And so, yeah, and in that video I did, she said, yes, I think I'm better than Black Americans. And this woman, she was a nurse. She's from Africa. And the internet found out her info. She was terminated. Another nurse. I mean, so they won't stop doing it.
As we working our way off of the system, they start figuring out how to fraud with all these daycares and shit.
She's talking about, of course, the Minneapolis situation. And now, as we're finding out, and we knew it's in California, the fraud is rampant. It's everywhere, basically. It's taking time to expose it all, but it's being exposed. Thank God.
Then when they get caught, they call on Black folks. And because we ain't running out there to go protest with them and put our bodies on the line, all of a sudden they making threats and they online talking about us and all this other stuff. Black people have done enough. They'll tell you, oh, y'all was teasing us and calling us African booty scratchers. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. We come from people that was lynched,
family friendly,
had their body parts severed.
Yeah,
we some of the most resilient people in this motherfucker world. You think we give a fuck about somebody teasing you and calling you a booty scratcher? These motherfuckers better go get some counseling. Counseling.
Yeah, and we talked about that as well, folks. And when they get in trouble, we're the black people, and we're Black too, but the whole time you've been in the country 25, 30 years, you kept saying, me no Black, me no Black. So keep the same energy. Yeah. Prosperity, no protest for them. Boom. What I voted for, so I'm with you. I'm not protesting. Tom Holman, keep doing your job. I love it.
Because look how angry that girl was. And
somebody type Samuel L. Jackson in the chat room. Somebody type Samuel L.
Prosperity. Yes, Prosperity gets it. Yeah. And so, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, if you go on TikTok, they are roasting the what out of her. I protested against the league. Me too. I'm with you, Prosperity. And that's who I'm protesting against. This is what we voted for. And so, yeah. And that's all I had to show you. Like I said, if you type in African immigrant who threatened Black people, who was fired, a bunch of videos will pop up. And yeah. All right, and I wanted to show this to you. The left is still, and I wanted to show. I haven't shared this with you in a while, so I said I better, so it's still going on. The left is still lying about what's happening to the kids in the ICE detention centers. And I have not seen any of these people protest against what's happening to American citizens. So I wanted to share that with you, that I have a Twitter clip for you, and then we're done. If you are enjoying the content, please hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already. It's raining here. Here we go, share screen. Let me know what's going on where you are living. All right, do you remember these two lovely ladies? They are still spewing lies and hate. And I'm still waiting to see when they're going to have this much vitriol for what happens to American citizens. And of course, they have none. All right. I see their podcast is really growing, but okay.
Treats people on the streets, how they throw tear gas at preschools. Now we're learning what's going on inside these detention facilities.
And we know, we're always, the video I did last night, we know pretty much everything they say turns out it was a hoax. Okay, Greg, thank you. So let's listen to this, more of their lies.
That house children. And this is a tape of a girl reading the letter that she wrote about her life in a detention center.
Hello, my name is Ariana V. I'm 14 years old and I'm from Honduras. I've been detained for 45 days and I have never felt so much fear to go to a place as I feel here.
And remember, we have to fault her family, whoever brought her over here, mom, dad, or whoever. Right, Prosperity. But, you know, you tell them something, they take it for face value, and then we always find out the truth. It was all one big hoax.
Every time I remind myself that once I go back to Honduras, a lot of dangerous things could happen to my mom and I.
So I guess her mom brought her over here. So you can thank your mom for putting you in this situation, young lady.
My younger siblings haven't been able to see their mom in more than a month. They're very young and you need both of your parents when you're growing up. Since I got to this center, all you will feel is sadness and mostly depression. I haven't been getting any school time either, or the other kids in here. Every single person in here had their jobs, they had their lives. They aren't any danger for this country. All kids are being damaged mentally. They witness how their parents and other people are being treated.
Again, you know, you feel bad for the children because they're just with their parents. But she said her mom brought she and her siblings over. So that's her mother's fault. East of Atlanta, the weather is bipolar. Okay, Ruby. And folks, you know, I said this from day one. Too bad these immigrants, these illegals, don't turn on the Democrats. They brought them over here, and they knew once Biden and the Curry Queen left office, they knew what was coming next. Trump has been telling us forever. So they should have, you know, self-deported. But listening to Jim Crow Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, they came over here to get all the freebies. The freebies have been cut off. They're in a detention center. And so I wish they would turn their anger and disgust to the people who brought them over here, who told them it was okay to come illegally. Not Trump.
They don't have schools or doctors.
What she's talking about, they don't have in their own country too, in some places. So, yeah. So tell me what you think about this. Again, they want things here that they don't even have access to in their own country in some places. So
it's so devastating. And there was a big ProPublica article about this where a reporter interviewed the people. They published the letters. This is the response from puppy and goat killer Kristi Noem. They are
you hear what she said? called Christy Nome a goat killer. Oh, my girls, not one of the whitewashed liberal Karens has said anything about thousands of children missing that came across the open border under creepy, sleepy Joe baby. No, and they won't. What about the dangerous things that happen to Americans when these illegals rush the border? Ruby, my girls, boom. That's why I don't care when they read these sad sob stories. Let me tell you what happened to this American, and I can give you a gazillion names, okay?
It is now being reported that Trump's federal agents at the ICE concentration camp in Dilley, Texas, are raiding the dormitories of the kids and their parents to confiscate and destroy letters from the children. This happened after the ProPublica published multiple letters from the children, like the one below from Ariana V.
Okay, Jackalow, how you doing, dear? Jackalow said those two women are hideous. I don't know how they sleep at night. Jackalow, they are a hot mess. Oh my God.
Whatever happened to free speech, this is like 1930s Germany, and that's from Ed Krasenstein. And this, when I read the letters that these children had written, and to know that the response was not to improve conditions or provide healthcare or school, but to confiscate the letters, it was darker than what I even imagined. And what I imagined was pretty fucking dark.
This is so devastating, and this is such a stain on the American government, on the American people, on the United States of America. And this is where I expect this from Donald Trump. I expect this from Kristi Noem. I expect it from JD Vance. I expect it from people that triple Trump to not care. I have heard from my experience in living in Oklahoma, I have heard people dehumanize Black and brown kids my whole life. I've heard white folk do this and won't make space for empathy.
Patriot said these ladies are stacked. Oh my God. These ladies must have really made Patriot upset because he hardly ever says anything about anyone over here. Oh my God. Patriot couldn't take it anymore and said they were a stain. Patriot, I love that. Woo! That was a good one. Oh my God.
For those little girls. So this is where I go, okay, I'm not going to try to get a reaction out of sociopaths and psychopaths that are the MAGA regime or the MAGA supporters because I know they're incapable of it and they're broken. I know that. This is where all
right, all of you in the chat, she just told you we're all broken. Oh my God, who is going to fix us if we are all broken? Yes, oh, prosperity, what a joke.
Laser focus on Hakeem Jeffries, on Chuckles Schumer, and the fact that they're playing patty cake and potentially going to give Kristi Noem more money. And then I have to go, okay, why? Why are they doing this? Why is this okay? Why are they doing this? Oh, I forgot. AIPAC broke them because they have given Israel a blank check to genocide the Palestinian people. And a lot of people will probably be like, oh, that's not connected to this. And it is exactly connected to this, because if you have an opposition party that picks and chooses which children they care about and which children they don't care about, and children don't have universal human rights,
right?
Once you start ceding some territory with Palestinian kids, and Benjamin Netanyahu can do whatever the fuck he wants to do, and he can disproportionately kill all of these children.
You know, they're definitely pro-Palestine. So, Ruby, Anne Frank is rolling in her grave over these lies and nonsense. Exactly. Wow.
Children in Palestine, then this is not going to affect you as much if you're Hakeem or Chuckles. This isn't going, or Cory Booker, this isn't going to penetrate you because you've already got your hands dirty in killing kids with taxpayer money somewhere else. So what's giving Kristi Noem a little bit more?
Since when did they care about killing kids? We know they support the unaliving of children, but now they care about the Palestinian kids. Okay.
why would you want to all of a sudden go abolish ICE? This is Nazi shit. This is not the United States of America. We need to abolish ICE. They can't say it because their hands are dirty elsewhere. And I believe there's triple Trump.
They better not, or hey, any of them that decide. That's why, the Democrats are trying to stay in line, because they know if they get out of line, Trump will get they're all dirty, and Trump is going to have them investigated, and then they will be exposed. So they are playing footsies, but they're dirty. They're compromised. They are. How you doing, Mayor? And so, yeah, how you doing, Michael? I don't care about Palestine, Israel, or any other country but America. Okay, how you doing, Mike? All right. Okay, here we go.
Broke Republicans, and the blank check to Israel to commit a genocide broke Democrats. And that's why the Democratic leadership is not rising to this occasion. This is horrific. This is generational.
Say it, Mayor. They are idiots. I need a laugh today. Go ahead.
Trauma from these kids. And I saw online today, Pumps, I saw, if you happen to be a white person, be the white.
Of course, Jagalo. If you're black, if you're black, but you're MAGA, OMG, that the true evil vitriol will come out.
Type of white person that pisses off white supremacists. And so all I know to do right now is to keep applying pressure to these corporate Democrats and calling them out and calling out the moral duplicity, because I expect every single bit of this from MAGA. I do not expect triple Trumpers to have empathy for that little girl. They're incapable of it.
No, I completely agree. And it sent chills down my neck when you said, which children are you going to be okay to kill? And that's kind of where we are, because you're so right. I mean, it's really terrifying. And then this has been all over the headlines. So we have Joaquin Castro. He has an update on Juan Nicholas, who is a baby that has been in DHS custody at the ICE facility in Dilley, Texas, for half of his life. And he says, I have an update on Juan Nicolas, the 2-month-old baby detained at Dilley, and his mother. Me and my team have been in contact with Juan's family. Juan has bronchitis, according to his mom. And it's
okay. They're so concerned about this baby in the detention center with bronchitis. What about the Americans? And there was a black woman who was just unalived, and I've been watching it on TikTok, and they're talking about, we don't hear the NAACP, we don't hear the Congressional Black Caucus and all these other people and groups that need to be disbanded. Okay.
At some point in the
I'll play the rest of this, and then I have a little something to read to you on Twitter, and then we're going to be done, folks. Okay.
last several hours, he was unresponsive. Juan was still discharged from the hospital. Despite that, around midnight today, Juan's mom went in front of an immigration judge this morning. She was told she will be deported, but was not told when or where. Both Juan and his mom are back at Dilley, and their future remains uncertain. We are deeply concerned about Juan and his mom will be deported, and that Juan's health will continue to deteriorate.
Again, how about checking on some American children who are having some serious health conditions, right? I can't with these people. Mayor, they are a disgrace to the human race. Mayor, you said you were going to tear them a new one. Continue.
His life is in danger because of ICE's monstrous cruelty.
His life is in danger because his mother is here illegally. So it's not ICE's fault. So stop the lies.
We'll continue to provide updates, and we will keep fighting to protect them. And you think about the people that are being deported to other countries. I just read an article that the U.S. is sending like secret planes of people to all these different countries. They're not from those countries.
Again, you don't get to choose. You came here illegally. So sounds like a personal problem to me, ma'am.
So I'm like, they don't know where their children are. What's going to happen to this 2-month-old baby his entire life?
I have an idea. You go get the 2-month-old baby. And whichever country the child came from, you moved there with the child since you're so concerned. Michael said witches. Michael, it's not Halloween and you're calling them witches. I love it. Oh my God.
Lived in this detention facility, well, half of his life, I should say. He goes to the hospital because he's unresponsive. You hear story after story like this. And like you said, it's the generational trauma. It is the separation of the children that the little girl was talking about. She has other children or other siblings that aren't in ICE custody. What happens to them? Who's taking care of them? And the answer is this administration and the people that support it don't give a shit. Whether it's
no, because we care about what happens to Americans, ma'am. That's what we're trying to focus on, unlike yourself. How you doing, Jeremiah and I Like the Truth? I Like the Truth said that's because their own country doesn't want them. Are they really the rejects from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Is that true, my girls? Jaggalo, they can pay for a private doctor to check on the baby if they want. Yeah, Jaggalo, if they're that concerned.
2-month-old baby, a 14-year-old girl, or somebody, a 70-year-old person that's been here their whole lives. It is so upsetting to me. I mean, I could cry over it. It's so bad.
Oh God.
No, it's horrific. And when I think about how Fox News plays such a huge part in demonizing immigrants, and then I think about, as an interior designer for 25 years, I spent all of my career on job sites around immigrants. It's why I know how to cuss in Spanish, why I told Megan Kelly, chinga tu madre, puta, because I hang out with all these guys on job sites. And I've always seen immigration as such a net positive. This whole mindset of people that are so cruel towards immigrants, I don't understand it, but my God, have I been around it. My God, have I seen so many white people that are so critical of immigrants, yet they're the first at the Mexican restaurant. They're the first to exploit the cheap labor. They're the first to say, oh, I've got some Mexicans that can come over here and paint it, or I've got some Mexicans that can do my yard. Like they're their little, like they own them. And these are the worst.
The Democrats, the party is the party of slavery, ma'am. So yeah, that's their mindset. When this whole first fiasco started, they kept saying, these are our people. And literally that's what they mean.
Humans among us. And it's just something that we're going to have to consistently, in the aftermath of this and in the resistance of this, we're going to have to call out these people that have no problem dehumanizing little kids. And it goes, the rot in this is big. The rot in this is really big in American culture.
I used to say,
oh my God, you guys are calling them everything but a child of God. And I love it. Oh, hit the like button, please, folks. Thank you.
It's a new year and time to get back to feeling like yourself.
Wildlife projection. Yes. Wildlife is back. How you doing? Glad you're back. Any of you who have Facebook or Instagram, share the stream out. Hey, we may bring some more people into the conversation, which would be great. Okay. Oh my goodness. I love the words that you're calling these ladies. Sorry, everyone. That's okay, Maga. It's Saturday. People are busy. People have things to do, dear. We're just glad you're here now. Tube Steak, hello. How are you? Maga, how's Randy? Maga, I will check out the videos you wanted me to watch. I had some late nights at the school this week, and then yesterday I was out of town on a field trip with some students, so I haven't had time. Mayor said there is some.
Also, you think about, like, I was raised in those spaces where it was, we're going to pay less to immigrant labor, yet we're going to bad rap immigrant labor. Like, that was everywhere. And I think you're right. I think you have to call it out, because it becomes such a way of life that people are able to humanize everybody, Black people, Now, they're going after women on Fox News under this voting bill. They will attack anybody and people because, in my mind, the evangelical Christian narcissism that you're better, you're entitled, you get to stand in judgment of other people. I think it all is right there together.
And I think I watched one of their episodes. They don't believe in God. They said something that I was like, whoa. So, yeah.
And then just one thing, when I think about Juan getting the treatment, then I saw this of a man. Judge Tana Lynn ruled ICE medical neglect turned a detention center into unconstitutional punishment. A Filipino detainee who begged for hospital care for months lost part of his foot after delayed treatment and denied antibiotics.
Ma'am, do you know every single day in this country, Americans who do not have medical insurance, they lose legs, feet, fingers, all of that. I've never heard you complain. So stop it. Just stop. So, again, take this energy and try to help Americans. That's all. We're sorry he lost part of his foot. The guy was here illegally. Again, there are Americans that don't get medical care. So I'm supposed to cry for him? I'm not.
And that's what I think. Bronchitis, this little boy, this man lost his foot. We've heard of women that have miscarried in these facilities.
Ma'am, they should have gone home when they had the opportunity. That's not our problem. Witches with a B. Michael will not let it go. Okay.
Being denied medical care because they're being treated as worse than animals. And while you have Randy Fine bitching about no dogs in New York, I bet he gives his dog antibiotic, but they're so willing to turn no medical care and to turn on people and not give them any empathy. It is absolutely.
When have you given empathy to American citizens? That's what I want to know.
Absolutely not surprising, but it is, like you said, it's a huge rot.
And this is going to get worse because they're spending billions of dollars now to acquire warehouses. And these warehouses are going to be for storing human beings. And a lot of scholars, I think, would probably refer to these as concentration camps, where they are going to concentrate.
Prosperity. Boom. Go home. Go home. You can get access. Well, some places you can't. Health care and all these other things that they want these people to have. They don't have it in their homeland. That explains it. A fool says in his heart, there is no. Yeah, Ruby, I watched one of their videos and the way they were talking, I'm like, to me, I'm like, they sound like atheists. Beverly, how you doing, love? Cry me a river. Exactly. Take care of Americans. Like I said, there are plenty of Americans that don't have health care. So I'm not crying about what's happening to illegal citizens who belong in other countries. Okay. So the illegals have to go and take care of some Americans. How about that? That's a thought.
People, and you have to remind people at these moments that Hitler went after not just Jewish people, but people who were not loyal to him. Gay people, people that tried to hide and or protect and advocate for their Jewish neighbor. They also, too, were sent to these camps. I mean, the big bulk of it were obviously Jewish people, but this administration, and particularly this leader, campaigned on something that has always been whispered in the Republican Party. They always put on this facade of decorum. But they cannot stand open-minded, critical thinking, educated, liberal democracy.
Now, we know that they are the elites. Every time they open their mouth, they prove it. They think they are smarter and more intelligent. They are the elites.
They don't like it. And when I say liberal democracy, they don't even understand what that means. They think I'm talking about liberal versus conservative. They don't even understand the historical thing about being a liberal democracy. But I read online, and I thought this is really good. It's that Sarah Longwell from the Bulwark, and she posted that Democrats that are campaigning right now, instead of saying we have to defend democracy, they should take the word democracy out and just put in America. We should defend America. We should defend our rights and not. And I thought that was really good messaging.
Yeah, no. And did you hear? I don't know if you saw this, but in Germany, in the parliament, a representative of Germany was talking about ICE and ICE raids and what they're doing to people in the United States. And I thought, it's bad when they're talking in Germany and point out the inhumane treatment of people in the United States, because they've seen it, they've lived it. And so it's everybody's noticing, everybody across the world. All right, please like this video.
Yeah, so I wanted to share that with you because I often look at what they're saying. Of course, I just sit there and chuckle, but I often look at their videos and I'm just like, what? And since Miss Prosperity is here, I wanted to show you. Hit the like button, folks. Let me show you. Okay, here we go. Chicago. I'll share this with you and then we're done. And don't forget, folks, I've been uploading shorts. Make sure you check out the shorts. And when you watch the shorts, please hit the like button. Thank you. Patriot, who would be that desperate? Patriot. Okay, so I just wanted to share this with you. Illinois leaders spend millions attacking Trump. Okay, while armed teens take over Chicago streets in broad daylight. I've already covered this numerous times about the YNs and the street takeovers and the businesses that are leaving. Okay. All right. While Illinois politicians burn millions on anti-Trump attack ads, they stay completely silent on the real crisis in our streets. Armed teenagers openly, and this has been going on for a while, claiming turf in broad daylight, faces uncovered threatening drivers and terrorizing neighborhoods. Total silence from the leadership. And we know this. Our sister Prosperity tells us all of this. Okay. This isn't red versus blue. It's right versus wrong. We've said that. It's about everyday Chicagoans who just want to drive home safely without fearing for their lives. Enough with the endless Trump obsession. Start fixing the failing public safety in Chicago before there's nothing left to save. And newsflash, the Chicago Bears, who've been in Chicago, 1,000 years, they're talking about leaving and moving to I think Indiana. So everyone's leaving that place. So right here, that's why the Bears are leaving. Vote red, straight down the ticket. Hold every failed official accountable. No more excuses. Chicago deserves better. And let me show you this. This is what people are dealing. Look at these. These people aren't that young. I mean, that old. So this is what, again, you're playing Russian roulette when you leave your house. You don't know if you're going to make it back or not. Yes, Lala, that's what I said before you joined the live stream. Exactly. Right, Maga, it's light versus dark, good versus evil. So watch this.
Damn, twin tops. Come on, cuz. Real J. They know what's going on. Come on, we got from 85th Mesquite all the way down to 85th.
And how many of you want to take bets? Most of these, if they make it to 30, some of them even 20, it will be a miracle.
We running both ways on my daughter, nigga. 89 is really y'all. Through this bitch doing anything over 25, we find it up.
We come our way, it's more than 150 coming.
No, none with hiccups. I don't let my big brother nightmare though, you know that. You know that. Yeah, homie.
Shout out my QB.
QB post, y'all know how we coming there.
Okay, so yeah. But crime is improving, and everything's going down. Everything's great in Chicago. And this post was posted 16 hours ago, folks. So yeah. Steve said Black excellence. Hey. Don't bring your voting blue no matter who to my neck of the my girls. Right. Stay as far away from me as possible. Boom. Jaggalo. Probably with the advent of the internet, it's even easier to get these weapons. And they're on social media. People inbox each other. So, and the cops aren't around to do anything. So hey, they're actually taking over. This is our turf. So you could just be a person coming, home from work, and you run into these young people with these big guns. What the heck are you going to do? But crime is down. So that's all I have for you. I will be on tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. If you have not already, check out my shorts. Okay, thank you, Prosperity. Yeah. MAGA, yes, Trump is saving Obama. He could have jailed him for saying aliens are real. He's releasing the UFO files. Yeah, MAGA, yeah. The cops' vehicles are being repossessed because their Democrat leaders didn't pay them. I heard about that, Chagalo. Woo! Right, Ruby. So that's all I have for you. I enjoyed you. Thank you for spending time. If you have time, check out my shorts and hit the like button. As you can see, I try to upload at least one short per day. Sometimes I do two, but I try to upload at least one because that's really driving traffic to the channel. Yes, my girls, everyone's leaving Chicago. So I don't blame them. It is a very dangerous place. So good move on their part. All right. Okay. I am going to go. I will come and speak to you in the comment section, and I'll be there until YouTube shuts down the live. I enjoyed you. Please be safe and love you. Be cognizant of your surroundings, and I'm coming to talk to you in the comment section right now. All right.